In the 18th century, Britain's imperial ambitions began with the rise of naval power. The Royal Navy, symbolized by ships like the HMS Victory, became the backbone of global dominance. London's dockyards buzzed with activity as merchants and military planners mapped trade routes to Asia and the Americas. This era marked the start of a systematic strategy: control the seas, dominate trade, and establish colonies. By 1763, Britain had already secured key territories like Canada and India, setting the stage for unprecedented global influence. The East India Company, a private entity backed by the British Crown, exploited India's fragmented kingdoms. After the Battle of Plassey, 1757, Robert Clive's forces used divide-and-rule tactics to seize Bengal's wealth. By 1858, direct crown rule was imposed, extracting £45 trillion adjusted in resources. Famines like the Great Bengal Famine, 1770, killed millions, while British policies prioritized profit over lives. Iconic treasures like the Koh-i-Noor diamond were looted, symbolizing the empire's rapacious greed. The 1884 Berlin Conference formalized Europe's scramble for Africa, with Britain claiming 30% of the continent. King Leopold II's Congo atrocities inspired Britain's own brutal methods. In Kenya, 1.5 million Kikuyu were interned in concentration camps during the Mau Mau Uprising, 1952 to 1960. Railways built by forced labor transported stolen minerals, while missionaries erased indigenous cultures. By 1914, only Ethiopia and Liberia remained independent, testaments to resistance against British imperialism. When China resisted Britain's opium trade, the empire launched two wars, 1839 to 1860, to force addiction on millions. British merchants sold 4,000 chests annually, causing widespread societal collapse. The Treaty of Nanking, 1842, handed Hong Kong to Britain and opened ports to drug trafficking. Over 20 million Chinese became addicts, a deliberate strategy to weaken the Qing dynasty, while silver flowed into British coffers. This economic warfare set a precedent for colonial exploitation through substance abuse. At its peak in 1922, Britain controlled 23% of the world's population and 35.5 million kilometers squared of territory, the largest empire in history. From Canada to Australia, indigenous cultures were systematically erased through residential schools and land seizures. The phrase, "the sun never sets on the British Empire," masked a dark truth. Violence sustained this dominance. Even after decolonization, Britain retained economic control through neo-colonial systems like the Commonwealth, proving imperialism merely evolved rather than ended.